Welcome to episode 144 of Soccer Over Gotham, Game Changers Edition. We have a great show for all of you. Gary, what do we have in this episode?
We do have a great show today, and Gotham continues their push to the playoffs by dominating a good Portland team at home in what's likely a playoff preview. Gotham is now the first team to beat Portland 4 times in a row at home since the 2013 to 2015 Boston Breakers. So we got that. Then Gotham has a new initiative for college sports journalists. We will talk about that. We like it. It's a win-win. This was Rubia, simply a fun game to watch. It's going to be a fun game to cover. There are a lot of healthy now game changers at every level of this roster. That will be our focus for this game, is talking about the game changers who showed out at home. A lot of fan thoughts in this episode as well. Then we will answer the essential question: is Emily Sada annoying? We're definitely going to answer that question. We will preview both the Washington Spirit tomorrow, and then this weekend at home against Seattle, which is another 6-point game. Just coming fast and coming in hot. Ruby, how are you?
That's true. It's coming in fast.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. Kind of getting like that summertime sadness, the leaves are changing and
Mm,
everything. I love my summer, and I feel like you said, like time's just flying. Like literally, it's just flying. It's gonna be Thanksgiving. Oh, most importantly, it's gonna be Halloween around the
yes.
corner, and then Thanksgiving and this Christmas, and then this year's gone. It's craziness.
I'm moving my random thought up. So, do you watch Hallmark Christmas movies, Ruby?
Mm,
No?
sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not that big fan. Like I'll probably watch a movie like the full season.
just me and Jenna, I guess. Uh, they are coming out with a Halloween movie, and I don't know how I feel about it. I
Really?
feel, yeah, it's the two different worlds. I don't know what them coming together. I
I
don't
feel
know what
like it's
does.
gonna be like a cheesy horror
It's gonna
movie.
be, yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's got Lacey Chabert, of course. She's in half of them, but yeah, we'll see how that is. Stella, Gotham FC's loanee Stella, got her first goal of the USL campaign this weekend. An excellent free kick goal from outside the box. And I will say, the Super League needs VAR because there was a goal that seemed way offsides. They got it in Brooklyn, lost 2-1 against Fort Lauderdale. But good for Stella.
Yeah, good for Stella. That's what we wanted, for her to
Mhm.
get minutes, and that's good, she's developing somewhere else, making
Mhm.
goals.
And I'm not sure if it was her first appearance, but Princess came off of the bench in this one for Fort Lauderdale. Also looked pretty good as well. So excited for those two players to get some minutes down there. And Stella's been starting every game, so excellent for her. So fans, follow us on social media. As you'll see, your comments and your thoughts make it onto our show a lot. So find us at Over Gotham Pod on Twitter, at Soccer Over Gotham on Instagram, Threads, YouTube. Is Threads even a thing anymore? Do people still use Threads?
Mm, I don't know.
Is it just like Instagram spillover? Is that kind of,
I
I
think
don't
so because
know.
you do get a lot of like posts from threads that like they want to make you like click on it so it
Uh-huh.
like gets you to threads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
pushing
don't
it.
know.
They're pushing it on Facebook too. They're pushing threads.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not on Facebook. Well, I'm on Facebook, but I don't think I've ever posted in there in like 5 years. I don't know. Ruby, Gotham is doing this really interesting thing. They're the first team in the league to do this. They are having their College Media Corps initiative. So what this is, again, first of its kind in the NWSL, and the goal is to provide college journalists a professional working environment in professional sports. So get them to start there. Student journalists get official press packages. They get access to home matches and press conferences, media availability, things like that. What's awesome about it is that it gives them a development. They get introduced to mini media days. They get to conduct
Mm.
interviews with players. They can do networking events, panels, and with other sports media professionals. Now, the participating schools are Columbia, Fordham, Hofstra, Montclair, Rutgers, and Seton Hall. I think this is a good thing for everybody involved. Ruby, your thoughts?
I think this is very, very interesting and very exciting, honestly. Especially if you've been searching in the market, a lot of jobs ask for experience. Doesn't matter what it is or what role, they ask for experience. And I think this is an amazing way to get that pro experience that you're just going to stand out when you are out of college and looking for a job. That's amazing.
Absolutely. So it's a win-win for everybody. I mean, essentially, it accomplishes a lot of things. One, it increases awareness. It gets these journalists interested in the sport, around the sport, learning the sport, even if they're not
Mm-hmm.
familiar with the sports. They get
Sure.
coverage in their papers. They get coverage at the
Yep.
colleges, so it brings that awareness. Good, that is a good thing. Exposes them to women's soccer and sometimes the issues that surround women's soccer. Awesome, and they're a key demographic for the league, especially as it grows. So that's
Mm-hmm.
cool too. I also think that you know, when you go to these, there's only four, maybe five outlets covering them, and most of them are going to be local. Sometimes you get Sports Illustrated, sometimes you get CBS Sports here and there. But this puts bodies in the seats, right? More questions
Mm-hmm.
get answered. I've been in times where it's been like one or two people, and the Gotham's asking the questions themselves. Like I get that. So this is a win-win again for everybody. Let's move to some more roster news. Mac Witham, big news for her. She's been named to the U17 Women's World Cup roster. The U.S. opens the group play against Ecuador on October 18th at 3 p.m. Like, let's go support her. Mac is an amazing player with a bright future. Let's go, Mac.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's really good for her. Both play. She already has that experience, pro experience, so I think she's gonna be a good asset to the team over there. I'm so happy for her, and hopefully, hey, they make it to the end.
Yeah, no doubt.
I wonder if she's gonna play tomorrow. Probably not.
Hmm? I don't know.
Hmm. We'll see.
Yeah. So Ruby, let's jump over to this game. This was a super fun game, but I think we got a lot to talk about for this one. I would call it a playoff preview. Two teams that are in third place, both within striking distance of second place. This means if you get second place, you host all the way through. Both teams want these 3 points, and
Yeah.
despite being tied for third, playoffs are not guaranteed for either of us, which is kind of crazy. So both teams are absolutely wanting all 3 points. Now, on the availability report, no Jace out for injury. And just a quick shout out to Sam Hyatt. It was just good to see her in person again. I know, Ruby, we talked how ridiculous Gotham's roster was last season. We
Yeah.
kept saying, like, these players could start for any team across the
Yeah.
league, and they are, which is awesome. So she's doing really well. Like we talked about Matani, Abel's starting for Carolina almost every
Mm-hmm.
game. The only one who's not starting is Jenna Nicelonger
Yeah.
for Arsenal. And they asked the coach, like, what was the deal with her not being included in the 18? And she's like, oh, it's not for performance reasons or anything else. It's just, we just had other players. And then they asked the coach, why'd you put a third goalkeeper to the roster? And they said for other reasons. So I don't know. Do better, Arsenal.
Yeah, what's going on? She's such a great talent.
Yeah.
She's in the national team. It's just craziness that she's not getting minutes.
Mm.
I bet. I mean, it was a great move for her to go to Arsenal and go to Europe, experience something new. But when you're not getting minutes, is it really worth it? Ugh, I don't know.
The player has to fit the system. And Jenna is, you've heard me say this a million times. I still don't think she's a left back. She's still learning the defensive side of the game, and she's maybe not the best defender in the world, but she can get up the field, put crosses in, and on the offensive side of the game. So if you're looking for a defensive left back, she's probably not going to fit your system. Probably. So I'm not sure exactly saying that that's what it is, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Otherwise, she should be playing. If not, send her somewhere else.
Yeah.
um, on Gotham, though, this roster looks pretty much playoff ready. I like that Brunina got the vote of confidence after struggling a little bit in the second half of last game. A short-term memory, get back out there, get going. It's good to see that she's probably the right back going forward, which happy about. We got Freeman in for Lily Real, who probably needed a rest. She's been playing a lot of minutes, and we got another 3-game week coming up. Howell, Lavelle, and Shaw as the midfield. I really like that. Ruby. Then Hasbo as well included in that. Gonzalez up top and Purse on the right side. Just your thoughts. Does this look like a best 11 to you minus say Lily Real, who's been playing too many minutes?
Like, honestly, I didn't think I needed this starting 11 until
Mm-hmm.
I saw them play.
Mm-hmm.
After I saw them play, I was like, okay, I see something special in this starting 11. Howell, uh, LaBelle, Carter, and Freeman and Bernina in at the same time. I don't think that happens often. So I was very, very, very excited to see them play.
Just your thoughts. Do you prefer Mandy or Bernina on the right side? It does it
Oof.
depend on matchup?
Yes, it would depend on matchup,
Mm-hmm.
but ugh, I like Bernina a little higher up the pitch, so I think I would say Mandy.
Yeah, yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
I prefer Mandy against KC or
Yeah.
Orlando, but if
Yeah.
a team's not going to have a very fast forward on the side, I prefer Bernina getting up the wings. Her and Midge are fantastic together.
Hmm.
Now, Hasbo has been a revelation, and she showed off in this game. We'll get to it, but do you see her as the answer in the middle of the park
Oof.
between Shaw and Howell?
Oof. I want to say yes
Mm-hmm.
because how Hasbro been playing this season with Gotham, and we have to say that she came to Gotham like in the middle of the season, so she had a short amount of time to get used to all the players and pretty much gel with them, and I feel she's done a very good job at that.
I mean, Amos has done crazier things. I mean, we all remember questioning Sheehan, Ryan, and Martin
Mm-hmm.
over like Ali Long, McCall
Yeah.
Zerboni, and so he's has a willingness to play players that are really young. I think Gotham did an amazing job scouting her, and I think she fit in really well. I would
Mm-hmm.
not be opposed to having her have that position. Would not be opposed, especially with Torres hurt. So. Um, But jump into the game, Ruby. Tactically, this, for me, I think
Mm-hmm.
that this is not the time for experimentation, right? I think this
Yeah.
is the time you lock in. You know who you are. You've been working all season, figuring out your identity. Now's the time you lock in. Portland comes out in a completely new formation to them, a five back to kind of cut down on Gotham's wide play. Now that I think they were expecting Lily to be out there and having Midge on the other side. A lot of things are going to be coming from the wings, and Gotham plays pretty wide. So, do you think that Portland switching to a five back kind of showed their hand that they're not comfortable in their identity there? How would you feel if Gotham all of a sudden switched to a five back
I
at this
think
point?
at this point, I think it again, like we were talking about having either Mandy or Bernina, it depends
Mm-hmm.
on who we're playing against
Mm-hmm.
that you would change those tactics in the game. But if something has been working for them, why not keep it the same way if it has been working? So how would I feel if Gotham did that? Yeah, that they're not confident.
Yeah, that's how I'd see it too.
Hmm.
Especially when you're if you're putting in going to a five back, players at different positions are not used to playing with each other in that frame. So yeah, I think that was an interesting start to this game. But let's jump to some game changers. So we came here to talk about. Again, this is what playoffs look like. Gotham has had a lot of trouble breaking down low blocks and teams that sit in, and that's what playoffs are like, right? Teams, the way teams come in, they sit in, they try to steal one late and get it out of there. However, Gotham is different now, and it's different because they have a big body in the middle of the field named Jaden Shaw. She's a target player and who can body defensive midfielders, attract pressure, find balls through lines.
Yeah.
How do you feel so far with Jaden Shaw in the 10 in general, and then this game?
I think she's been great so far.
Mm-hmm.
She is such a like great transitional player and she's
Mm-hmm.
very quick. I love that about her. And also I love like her first touches sometimes. And I also like I think she's like more of an instinct player and I see it when she's playing and I really love that about her. So far, I think she's doing a great job.
Yeah. The first like two games, she was taking up like similar positions to other players and she's trying to find her way into the team. But these last two games that she's played, she's understood her role, where the spaces are. And there was a moment in this game, Midge is offside by a mile. But for Jaden to see her from where she was near the sideline and play that ball on a dime through traffic, we've seen her do that before in other games. She's such a talent, and I just feel like she's only going to get better, and her confidence is going to grow. And it seems right now that Gotham has welcomed her with open arms, and she feels
Yeah.
really comfortable here. Very happy about that. Let's talk about other game changers as well. We got Midge,
Hmm.
who is healthy and happy. I mean, both these teams needed points, right?
Yeah.
So Gotham gets the first goal. Midge finds the gaps between the center backs. Manny plays on a great ball. This match, Midge is having fun.
Yeah.
She was smiling from from the time she scored that goal to the end of the game. A huge smile on her face, and when she's happy, Gotham's doing pretty well.
Oh my God, yes. She's having so much fun. I don't think I've seen her this happy in a while.
Hmm.
So I'm very happy to see that for her. She's like on her Midge Purse redemption tour or something. Scoring a goal in the 10th minute, that's amazing. And that was her first regular season goal in almost 2 years, which is the craziest thing. Uh, at the moment, and I think that moment was really special for her and for the club too, because this is just a sign that she's truly back and she's ready to contribute and for that playoff push.
Yeah, few players want the spotlight more than she does, and it was good to see her get back on the right foot
Mhm.
again. Uh, and she also got on the left foot and put a ball. I mean, you
Yeah.
cannot strike a ball any better than Midge hit it with her left foot. Cracks the post late in the game, and from 106, like I'm right across from that spot where she shot the ball. For 2 minutes straight, she was smiling, completely just so happy, and she knew she knew she hit that perfectly. And I don't even think she really cared that it didn't go in. She just knew she hit that right, and she knows that that's going to happen again very soon. So awesome for her. So happy that she's back and happy and healthy. And Gotham is a completely different team. She's the only like again true wide player that Gotham has. So
Yeah.
it's just a huge boost.
Yeah. It could have been more than one goal.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so when it got about to the 25th minute, Gotham scored early, and Portland did not shift from their low block. They kept going back and they kept sitting in. And you know, teams going to eventually have to come out, right? Portland has to come out. I put that on social media. I said Portland has to eventually come out. And I think a second goal would do that. However, around the 35th minute, Portland says, we got 10 minutes left before half. Let's get one and let's get the half like at even. They open up, and then Gotham just goes straight down the middle. What a ball from Hasbo to find Jaden Shaw, and the flick on to Rose Lavelle. Uh, Rose doing Rose things. What a beautiful goal. Just amazing.
Oh my God, that was masterclass. She got both a goal and assist in this game. It's crazy. And can you believe it's her first game in WSL that she gets a goal and assist? That
Yeah.
I think that's crazy too. Like she has so much talent and this is the first time. But yeah, like you said, LaBelle was just doing LaBelle things.
We've seen this goal before, have we not, Ruby? I think we saw this goal in the NWSL final against Gotham. She runs through the lines between the two
Mhm.
defenders. She gets the flick on. She opens up her hips. She starts going across the goal, opens up her hips, goes near post. I'm just glad she's on our side now. Because that
For
was,
real.
yeah,
Yeah, playing against her is scary.
yeah, no doubt. And I saw another stat that she has more goals in the last like 2 months of the season than she has for the first like 6 months of the season, like overall, because she's just a player that shows up when she has to, and she's a player that's going to carry Gotham through the
Hmm.
playoffs. Just what a way to end the half. And I asked the fans, always ask the fans what they think at the half and at the end of the games and during halftime. This is from Instagram. John said he was pretty darn happy. Rachel's mom said much better. Left 2 points on the table last week, which is true.
Mm-hmm.
We need this game. Great start. Midge is heating up. 100%, 100%, 100%. Comment of the game is Uncle Bob's Tunes, and it says, Gary, we're so back. And that is the best comment of the night. Hoity Toity just says, let's go, which is our line. And MM13 says, peaking at the right time of the season. Absolutely. Now, Portland has nothing to lose at this point. They're down 2-0. They're opened up, and Gotham is simply playing all the way through them. Esther gets a rest because we have 3 games this week, and she's playing a lot of minutes. And probably, we're going to discuss this maybe on the next podcast, but our top 5 players that are most important players to the Gotham's playoff success, and Esther is definitely one of them. So Stengel comes on, who has an amazing half. Jalen, we talked about this a couple of times, and this goes back to the Utah game where I randomly mentioned in notes that we didn't get to put out on the show that Jalen put 2 shots on target, and I thought that was notable because if she learns how to put shots on target, there's nothing to stop her. And that ball was on target from 30 yards out. I think Arnold got a piece of that. Cracks the underside of the crossbar, comes back. Just that is I bet like soccer balls everywhere are filing restraining orders against Jalen Howell at this point. What a shot! Then of course Midge hits the hits the post as well. And Ruby, is Gotham having fun? That's the question.
Definitely having fun. And Jalen Howell, like, she always scores some bangers.
Yeah.
I wanted another banger from her. It's just so crazy. But I wanted to highlight Stengel, and she's kind of like the super sub factor for Gotham.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I really like her coming in as a super sub for Gotham.
Yeah. Awesome. Holding up the ball, got Midge involved.
Mm-hmm.
She led Midge to get the shot off on target at the post, but she was excellent in this match, checking back into traffic, intercepting the ball, which started the play, which led to her own goal. Just awesome. What a back heel from Rose, and what a near impossible angle. Stengel hits the back of the net. So happy for her. You could see how excited she was as well. And that's all she wrote for this game. So any player notes, Ruby?
I just wanted to shout out to Berger. She just set club record with her 9th clean sheet. So that's awesome. She's literally a wall. She's so good. And yeah, she's so good.
Yeah, not much to do in this game except for the early scare, which we might get to. But yeah, she had a pretty easy night on the night, but good for her. She's an amazing player. Hasbo, I think, it was in this game at least, was the perfect foil between Jalen and Jaden. I think she dictated the tempo of the match. She was an engine in the midfield. I mean, what more can be said about Gotham scouting? Well done. She certainly made a case for herself to get more minutes. And there was, I think it was the 85th minute. You can fact check me. She gets stuck in the middle of the field and she runs down a player, gets into like a tussle, and strips this player of the ball. And it's just such a good defensive play. And it's just,
she's so good at that.
Yeah.
She's done it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent player. We love our Harvard midfielders. Good for her. But Ruby, the essential question for Gotham fans. Is Emily Sonnet annoying? And the reason why I'm bringing this up, because some fans, like playing against Emily Sonnet for years, you always find her to be a very annoying player. For the entire game, she's in the ear of the ref talking and talking and talking. She goes down easy. There was I think Gotham was doing this where they're like interviewing players and they asked like what is their soccer, not like ick, but like what do they hate the most? And it was like when players like run you over or foul you really hard and then go to the ref and is like, what did I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? I didn't touch her. Like that like immediately brings up Emily Sonnet to my head because she just does these little things all game to like just mess with the other team. And in this game, there was two moments in this game which I picked up on.
Yeah.
One was there was a foul about 35 yards from goal on Portland's side, and Emily made her way up to like forward a couple of times, and this time she did as well. And she's on her way back, and the ball is being passed back to the player. And Emily like leans down, gets in front of the player, leans down like she's going to grab the ball, and then just lets it run by her. So the player has to go get the ball, and then it gives her like 3 or 4 seconds to get back on defense. Those little things. Then in the 76th minute, I sent you the clip of this, but in the 76th minute, Emily is tracking down a ball. Midge plays in a ball into the box, and it bounces over. Sam Hyatt ushers it out of bounds, and then Emily looks over her shoulder, looks at the goal, realizes that Arnold's about to go grab the ball and put the ball back into play, and she's way out of position. So Emily runs and grabs the ball, which is about 5 yards out of bounds, picks her head up again, and then rolls the ball back on the field, and then takes off towards defense. And you can see Sam Hyatt kick the ball off the field, and then both her and Arnold are pointing at it at the ref, like
Look at her.
what are you doing? And Emily's just booking it, and she takes like one look back and she's gone.
Yep.
But it just bought her enough like time to get back on defense and get set again. And
Yep.
I was thinking about this, like if I was a Portland fan, that would annoy the hell out of me.
I did notice that. I did notice it that day of the game. I was like, that is so smart because there was two balls on the pitch at the same time. You know, they can't
Yeah,
start if there's two balls. So yeah, they had to grab the other one, take it out, and then yeah, she had enough time to go back to her spot. That was honestly, that's like evil genius.
yeah. Because we've had two center backs. I mentioned, I think I mentioned this before, but like Ali Krieger and then you have Emily Sonnet. I feel like both players super high IQs, like IQ of 1,000, and I think Ali used her powers for good, and Emily just doesn't care, and she just does her thing, and she just doesn't mind getting in the heads of the opponents and doing silly things. She's the master of the dark arts.
Yeah.
So for you, Ruby, is she annoying? Are you just glad she's on our side, or is it both?
To me, I'm gonna say it's only annoying when you're not in the same team. Because if
All
she
right.
was my teammate, I would be
Yeah.
laughing,
Yeah,
honestly.
she's our jerk. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Oh God, Emily cracks me up. There's always like 1 or 2 moments per game where she does something really, really silly. But
And
yeah,
her facial expressions are like so funny too. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
silly. Maybe post it to the fans. See what they think about it. So anyway, do you have any takeaways before we close this game out?
So I think overall the team looked really good in this game. This win extends Gotham's unbeaten streak to 9 games now across all competitions, and yeah, like that pushes Gotham to third place in the standings. That's huge because we were like eighth for the longest, so that's really good for Gotham. I think this is the perfect time for them to start peaking, and yeah, just got to keep going.
Yeah, I agree with Rachel's mom that they did leave 2 points on the field in Bay.
Mm.
But other than that, Gotham's dominated San Diego, they dominated Portland, and these are teams that were stuck with them around the third place point. So these are teams that they're probably going to see in the playoffs. Having such a good showing, I think a statement was made in these two games that Gotham's ready. And they look pretty scary at this point. And I'm not sure if any team really wants to see Gotham in the playoffs if they keep leveling up over these next 4 games that we have left. I think we can finally say Gotham is a top 3 team. There is KC, there is Washington, and Gotham I think is the third top team, and everything else is kind of also ran. Any stats for this game?
Yeah, so for this game, shots on goal 7-2. So Gotham put 7 shots on target, and Portland only managed 2.
And one of those shots was the one in the beginning of the game where they tried to chip Berger from like I don't know 45 yards out. So they didn't get close to the goal, even though they were trying. And speaking of shots leading to chances, Gotham had 1.92 expected goals, which is I think is the most they've had in a long time. And they had
Hmm.
a 2.68 expected goals on target, so they were making them count. And on the other side, Portland In the first half, they had like a 0.04 expected goals and a 0.19 at the end of the game. And they were flying in the second half trying to get a goal. So Gotham locked them down. What a job by the defense. Just awesome. Just fantastic. Hero of the match, fans chose Rose as the hero of the match. Any disagreement?
Mm, I just want to say everyone because they did so well.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was at 34%, so wasn't too far off. I got Rose. I got Rose. Yeah, I was joking a couple episodes ago that she has to do something really spectacular for me to like,
There
and
you
she
go.
she did that. That back heel was spectacular enough.
That was a spectacular. And one
Yeah,
goal, one assist,
yeah,
first time in her career in one game.
yeah. Amazing.
Mm.
Some thoughts, final thoughts from the fans. This was on Blue Sky, Gotham FC enjoyer, which is Elwood. Midge's first performance of the season where I truly thought she was back to her best version of herself, completely dominant for 90 minutes tonight. 100% agreements.
Hmm.
Justin Ashcroft said Mitch's smile. She deserved two after hitting the post. Yes. Yeah, Midge's smile was also one. Should have been. I should have put that on the poll. I should have. I
Yeah.
missed that. I missed that one. David said all around great performance. So many players hitting the form at the right time. So good to see Stengel get her goal. It should do a lot for her confidence. Yes,
Hmm.
hopefully it does. And hope Esther is okay. Yeah, Esther is fine. Then Muad'Dib said whispers. I still worry about the odd mistake from a couple of defenders against a more confident, quicker side. Yes, Carter had two moments in this game where she put herself into dicey situations, but not like Emily hasn't done that as well. But screams, Lavelle and Shaw looked like they played together for a year, and that performance blew Portland off the pitch tonight. Beautiful to see. Again, agree. Yes, Shaw and Lavelle, that is another level this team can get to. So let's jump over to the standings, Ruby. So KC running away with it. Now the top three teams of the league, KC, Washington, Gotham, have at least are unbeaten in the last 5 matches. So that is good for those three teams. And then all the way at the bottom, the Utah Royals have also not been beaten in 5 matches. So good for the Utah Royals. They're not a
Hey.
top 3 team.
Hey. They're doing great. Leave
Yeah,
them alone.
yeah, sure. Seattle, Orlando. Orlando finally won a game. Uh,
Yes. It'll,
Avalier had a really excellent goal on that one, and that was a shot in the arm for that team. Hopefully, they can. Well, actually, let's hope they go back to losing again.
yeah, they're at 32 points right now.
Yeah, 33 for Seattle Reign, who are our opponent this weekend, 1 point behind Gotham. So Gotham keeps playing these 6-point games. As long as they keep finishing them off, good to go. Keep separating points. And 8th place, Louisville gets back into the hunt just
Ooh.
above North Carolina. It's them two fighting for that last spot. And I just got to say, shout out to Bev Yanez, man. That team on paper should not be anywhere near 8th place. And she's got that team bought in. They're fighting. They have a negative, kind of mentioned this, but like -6 goal differential, but they're still hanging in there, man. They're just fighting. Uh, just an amazing for them to be in the playoffs if they make it there. She deserves Coach of the Year if Racing makes the playoffs. I don't care if KC wins the rest of their games. She should be Coach of the Year. But down at the bottom, we have Angel City, who seems to be hitting a slump, and they're
Hmm.
trading off players. They're in a bit of a mix-up there. And then Utah Bay and Chicago at the bottom. So, Ruby, Gotham has hit 34 points. Now, no team in the past 4 seasons have hit 34 points and missed the playoffs. Gotham is 6 points from second right now, 4 games left, and 6 points from below the line, which is still crazy.
Yeah, this league is very competitive, and how we seen how teams go up and down, and they're in the playoff, and then they're not. Like,
Hmm.
it's just crazy. So I think this decision day for this season is gonna be crazy. Can't wait. Hopefully,
Yeah,
Gotham secures the spot before that decision day.
they can't clinch this weekend because I think there's still 12 points left on the board, and they're 6 points up. The furthest they can get away is 9. So, yep, They're probably not going to clinch this weekend. If they win again, probably the following weekend. But let's get to this weekend, do some scoreboard watching. So we have the first up, we have Houston and Orlando. Houston?
Mm.
How
Yeah,
far is Houston
Houston
away?
or a
Houston wins.
tie.
Houston wins there at the playoff line again. I don't even know at this point. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we got to vote for them because Orlando's right behind us. We'll take our chances with Houston. North Carolina and Racing. That's going to be a barn burner. Fighting for that last spot in the playoffs.
Yes,
Ooh, both teams. Wow, that's going to be fun. It's definitely watching North
Saturday.
Carolina and Racing. Uh,
Yeah.
Draw. I don't know.
I'm gonna put it in my calendar. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Portland Thorns Bay FC. I guess let's go Bay FC. Hopefully
Yes.
they beat Portland. Washington San Diego Meteor, I guess. Best we can hope for is a draw, but we got to catch Washington. That puts us pretty far behind. I think second place is probably out of reach, but you never know. Then Gotham versus Seattle. Gotham's winning this one.
Yeah.
And then we got Chicago and Utah Royals. Shrug. Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah, let's go Utah. Let's go Paige Monahan. Let's go. Angel City and KC. I guess KC. I guess
Yeah.
Angel City. Guess so. Next opponent, we got a game tomorrow night. Ruby, are you going?
Oof, no, I can't go.
Yeah, it's too close to getting out of work and Philly traffic. It's just not going to be good for me. Gotham plays Washington. This is going to be a very interesting game, Ruby. I mean, this game matters, but not really. It only matters if you lose, really. If you draw or you win, you're probably getting through to the semifinals. So I think that both teams are going to be playing in this one.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what lineup these teams
Yes.
decide to put out.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are confident in their benches. I feel like Gotham's probably a little bit more confident in their bench than Washington is. But do we see a Stair starting? Do you see, Shaw, Ravel starting from this one?
Oof, that's a
S-
great question because,
Yeah.
like we were just talking about the standings right now and how close all these teams are from each other, like 2, 3 points,
Mhm.
and that will make a difference. So if you have tired players going into playing regular season games and they lose because they're tired from this game, it's kind of like, what's your priority right now? Is it the playoffs or is it making it to the semifinals for the CONCACAF?
And
It's
yeah,
hard.
all roads lead through Washington right now. So Gotham is more than likely going to see them again in the playoffs. So do you show your full hand in a CONCACAF Champions Cup? Who knows? It's going to be an interesting one to watch. And
Hmm.
I'll make a decision on whether this is a rivalry or not based on how intense this game is. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that. But then once they make it through Washington and Philly, then we go back home this weekend, 4 p.m. against the Seattle Reign. Now, this is a game Gotham should win. We know who Seattle is. We know who Laura Harvey is. We know how
Hmm.
she coaches. We know what she wants to do. Can Gotham dominate them this weekend, Ruby?
Oof. I think they can. Like if we see the Gotham we saw last week again, I'm pretty sure they're gonna win.
With Lily Real in the lineup and Bernini or Manny Freeman on the right side, I think we can lock down them trying to cross in from the wings. And
Hmm.
Gotham's strength right now is the wings. I like our chances in that one. And then, so we got 4 games left, 12 points on the table. All teams above the line, except for, well, right now, one of them will be above the line, Racing or the Courage. So Gotham has no easy games right now. It is,
Yeah.
I mean, somehow it's like not what you want, but it's what you want at the same time. You want Gotham to be playing in games that matter, good down the stretch, winning down
Yeah.
the stretch, and getting used to playing the high competition. So going
Yeah.
against Seattle, we've got to travel to KC. That would be interesting. KC doesn't seem to be taking their foot off the gas,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a fight down there, and that will probably be another. We'll probably see them later.
Yeah.
Then finishing the season home against Racing Louisville, and then away at the Courage. That is two teams that are fighting for their lives. So
Yeah, so
it's going to be
they're
a
yeah, so
wild
they're
ride.
really gonna give it their all because they really
Hmm.
want to make it to the playoffs. So yeah, Gotham has to bring their A game.
Yeah, no doubt. So, Ruby, do we have any manifestations before we get to?
3 more points and another Labelle goal.
Yeah, yeah, I want to win in Washington, win in Philly, win that. We're into the semifinals, and just happy about that. I want to go further in this CONCACAF Champions Cup, and
Hmm.
I just want this team to make a statement against Seattle this weekend. That's what I'm going for. Any random thoughts before we head out?
No, I don't have any this week.
Yeah, I burned mine. Yeah, that's it. So we will see you soon. I don't know if we'll be back the rest of the week, but maybe. Who knows? We'll see you next week. Whatever. All right. See you soon.
Let's go.
Let's go.